Hi, I am Movie Man. I'm an octopus who reviews movies, and today's review is going to be on.
I'm good.
It's probably a better way to check than what I did.
It's a bad idea, right?
Alright, guys, so here we go with my final movie review for 2023. My review of Anyone But You. Now, I said in yesterday's video, in my review of Ferrari, that my review of Anyone But You was going to be my final movie review of 2023. And well, here we are now. I went to see this film yesterday, and in my opinion, I thought it was a pretty good movie. Now, that's not to say it was great or anything, but you know, I thought like as the final movie of 2023, it definitely could have been a lot worse. Starting off, the cinematography in this film is honestly really good. Of course, the movie is set in Sydney, Australia. Well, kind of funny how it's set in Sydney and the main actress in the movie is called Sydney. Yeah, so obviously with it being set in Sydney, it's gonna make for like a very nice setting. I think it does a good job, like making the setting look really nice. So I think the cinematography here is pretty good. Now the editing in the movie, like the film kind of uses a few kind of editing techniques where like like if there's a scene where like two characters like might be having a conversation, like they'll kind of have to do a scene where they're kind of cutting back and forth between each of the characters and and when they're speaking. And I thought it was like, it was kind of a cool editing technique that they used. I think the movie was honestly edited very well. Not some of the best editing I've ever seen, but I still thought it was pretty good editing nonetheless. As for the pace in this film now, this film is not really too long. The film is an hour and 44 minutes, which I think is a good enough runtime for the movie. And I don't really think this film's pacing is really the most even, because the film it does an okay job at kind of going through like the plot and everything, but the main gist of this film's narrative about how we've got the two of them kind of pretending to be like a couple, so that a couple like trying to convince everyone that they're together. Like it kind of takes a while for that to actually start happening, but it doesn't. I don't think it really takes too long to the point where you're kind of just waiting for it to happen and stuff. Because I think the film does a good enough job at entertaining you, so you don't really feel too bored until you get to that point. Now, if I did have to make one complaint about the film's pacing. I do honestly think the climax actually rushes quite a bit. Like, there's this whole conflict that takes place during the film's climax, and yeah, I think like the way everything happened and stuff, it all just honestly felt like really rushed. Like honestly, I feel like they could have done a better job with that part of the plot. Like, just like with the way it was paced, I just felt like it was kind of rushed a bit. But outside of that, the pacing in this movie wasn't too bad. The music in this film was solid enough. It's nothing really too great. Like, cause well, it's kind of it is kind of the stereotypical kind of score that you'd hear in a movie like this. But still, it's an okay score. I think the music overall in this movie is okay. Nothing amazing or noteworthy, but it's alright. As for the characters,
Head of the wedding.
Of my sister? Yes, I am.
So where's your fiance? Wait, is this him? Hey, I'm Ben. I was her hall pass on your break.
Wow, you are a child.
It's a pretty long flight. Do you want anything from the front of the boat?
I'm all good on creatine and small dick insecurity.
Nothing small about me. What?
I do really like the film's two main characters, B and Ben. I thought like their whole plot together and everything, I thought they both made for very entertaining characters, and in terms of performances, I think Glen Powell and Sydney Sweeney both did solid jobs. Like, I thought their chemistry and the way they worked off each other was pretty good. Yeah, and I overall I quite liked their characters. I won't really say too much about any of the other characters in the movie because there's quite a bunch of the supporting cast, but I think pretty much everyone else here is decent. I think pretty much everyone has a good time and everyone does like a passable job in all of their respective roles. So yeah, I thought the characters in the movie were pretty good. Nothing amazing, but I thought they were solid characters. And I thought everyone did a pretty good job here. Everyone was entertaining. Now the plot of this film like the movie does have an interesting plot of these two trying to convince everyone else that they're together and things don't really go well for them. It's definitely not the kind of plot for a movie that's gonna win any awards or anything, but it's still I think it still does make for an entertaining plot that for a movie like this. Now something I should mention is that the plot of this movie is loosely based off of a Shakespeare play called Much Ado About Nothing, and I think the film pretty much makes us aware of that, because you get like at the very start of the film you actually get like a quote from Shakespeare and everything you've seen on the wall and stuff, and the film kind of does that where it has like all these like title cards like 6 months later or something like appearing on signs or walls and stuff. It's an interesting way to kind of tell the plot. And yeah, I thought like it did a good job of like kind of having this play like be in like modern time and basically just doing it in an entertaining way. And I will tell you, this movie did make me laugh. Like, I thought the humor here was pretty good. yeah, I laughed a good few times throughout the film. So yeah, it is a pretty funny movie. Yeah, I think the plot here is honestly quite solid, and like the narrative structure. Obviously, the main plot is about Bea and Ben trying to convince everyone else that they're together, but you kind of have all these plots like of how it's at Bea's sister's wedding, and she's marrying this girl who's like the cousin to one of Ben's friends, and like we kind of get a little salt plots, like we get kind of deep into these different characters, and like kind of how they all connect to Bea and Ben. Like we into both Bea's character and Ben's character, and yeah, I thought it was honestly really good. I thought it fit into the narrative very well. And while it's featuring all the stuff in the movie, it still focused on its main plot very well. And yeah, I thought it all just came together pretty well, and overall it just made for an entertaining time. So yeah, the narrative structure is pretty good. So overall, Anyone But You is actually a pretty good film that I had a fun time with. Though it was a good rom-com, like it was entertaining, it had an entertaining plot, you had good characters, you had good performances, and it was a very nice film to look at as well. Yeah, overall, I had a pretty good time with this one. If you're into if you're into like if rom-coms are your thing, I think this is definitely worth checking out. So with that, I'm going to give Anyone But You a 7 out of 10. So, and that is my final 2023 movie review. So, yeah, we have now officially come to the end of 2023. Yeah. So we're moving. I can't believe like it's like practically 2024 now. Yeah, so yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. I hope you guys had a great 2023, and I hope that you all have a great 2024. And I recommend you guys stay tuned for my next video, which is going to be my top 10 worst movies of 2023. That is going to be my next video, so stay tuned for it. And with that, take care everyone. Have a great 2024. I'll see you guys on my next video. And with that, Happy New Year everyone.